just recognize how you're feeling tonight. And as you're kind of sitting up nice and tall, I just want you to draw your attention just within your mind's eye, just to your solar plexus. So remember, it's kind of between your belly button and your rib cage. So it's right bam in the center of your body. So it's in a place where there's a lot of space. You know, your ribs are a bit higher. You know, you've got your muscles there, but you don't have any bone until you reach your pelvis. So you've got a lot of space, a lot of energy, which is what it is there. And energy is life. Like, that is all anything is energy. So it's how we use it and how we transform it to make ourselves feel good, to bring about balance and clarity, which is a really important word with this chakra tonight. So start to breathe into this place now. So really start to deepen the breath, inhaling as you breathe into the belly. And feel the diaphragm working as it pushes the air out. So we're already starting to work within our deep, deep part of the body there. And do it in your own time, but really feel that you're breathing deeply. It's not just here shallowly in the chest. You're really settling in, and it's called a deep belly breath. So you should feel the body expand as you inhale. And then as you exhale, your body is kind of working to squeeze the air out. And I love this idea that the solar plexus is this area of digestion, but not just food, although that is important too, which we'll talk about later. But the idea of digesting life, like how do we digest the tricky things? How do we handle when life throws us a curveball? But also, how do we handle the good stuff? You know, should we be super excited when it happens and then only to sort of realize that it's only a passing moment? So how do we handle it? How do we digest it? Not just our food, but there's lots of connotations within the belly. Lovely. So take one big inhale and one exhale. And we're just going to do 3 cleansing breaths. So when you're ready in your own time, you can keep your eyes closed. Just take a big breath in and then breathing out through your mouth in your own time. And really release it, like really feel like it's a sense of just getting rid. So you've got this kind of idea of fire in your belly, burning away all the things you don't need, that doesn't serve you. So you're just getting rid of it. So take another deep breath in and exhaling out. Lovely. And then rubbing your hands together, bringing about this real prana, it's called, life energy. Bring the energy back into the body. And just cup your hands over your eyes, and I want you to try and see the colour yellow. Really see those sparks. Lovely. And then blink your eyes open on the next inhale, lifting your arms up. Squeeze in the belly here as you hold your arms upwards. And then as you exhale, come down. So you're really, if you're holding in the belly, you'll start to feel your side muscles here work as well as you're breathing in here in your core. So inhaling, squeezing in, as if you're sucking your tummy button towards your spine really, but trying not to flare the ribs. And then as you exhale, coming back down. Lovely, ladies, really nice. So take an inhale again, up. This time I'd like you to interlace your fingers, hopefully you can see, and you're just going to bring your palms to face. Now, just be careful if you've got dodgy shoulders. I don't want you to kind of draw your shoulders back, but I just want you to keep a bit of space. So you're really kind of squeezing in the tummy, lifting up tall, and then as you exhale, bring them down. Lovely. Great. Okay, reaching up your left arm, we're just going to slide to the side. Oh, that's quite a nice little... Didn't intend to do that. Sliding to the side. So you don't need to bend over really far. It's just a real case of stretching up your arm and just really feeling this wonderful side stretch that we never get in life. So it's really nice to do it in yoga. And trying to keep your hips on the floor as well. Lovely. Coming back up. And we'll go again on the other side. So lifting up your right arm, reaching up, and then just extending over. Lovely. If you want to, you can just maybe move your head to look at your hand on the floor, if that feels more comfortable. Otherwise, just stay looking forward is fine. but you should feel that lovely stretch down the side of the arm and the body. Great. And then we're just going to take this into like a dynamic movement. So we're just going to go from one side, really reach over and then pushing up. So we're just working the side of the body a bit as well as the lower back, but it gives us a bit of freedom of movement, which is really nice. Lovely. And then really feel like you're maybe taking it a bit bigger. Maybe you can reach both sides, arms down. There's no kind of right or wrong for this. We're just moving through space. And it also is probably cooling us down a little bit with the breeze. Lovely. And then come back to rest. And just maybe close the eyes here with your hands on the floor. And just take a minute to see how you're feeling now. You know, is it a lot easier to breathe deep into the belly this time? And just notice. Lovely. And then stretch out your legs so you can give those a little, just a shake out. And then we're just going to lift up our tummy, lift up our solar plexus area, lift up our navel, and then we're just going to fold forwards really gently. We're just going to stretch out the lower back. You don't have to lead with your heart this time. You're just really going to round the back so you can really just kind of give yourself a little bend. This is staff pose, Tadasana. But again, try and keep the tummy engaged if you can, drawing it back. And then as you're breathing, maybe extend a little bit further on the exhale if you can. Try and keep your toes facing skyward so your feet are engaged. And sorry, your toes are skyward so your legs are engaged so you can really feel them working. And then when you're ready, just coming up, we're going to do that again. We're just going to inhale our arms up, lifting up a little bit higher this time, and then reaching forward and round. So you're really enjoying this back stretch for a moment. And notice what it feels like when the belly is squished. You know, notice how you're feeling. Does it have an impact? Do you feel kind of crushed? Just notice the sensations. Lovely. And then coming back up. I'd like you to take your right knee up and place it over your left knee. I'm going slowly because I tried this earlier and I was like, how am I going to tell them? Okay, so you should have your right knee over your, sort of in line with your left, your right foot is in line with your left knee. And then if you can, I want you to kind of just lean and bend the left knee round. So effectively, you've got your knees are sort of, if that looks right, but you've got them both stood out. I can't see you so easily. I hope that's okay. Looks good. So your leg is at sort of a 45-degree angle, the leg underneath, and your right knee is on top. Are we good? Sorry, ladies, I can't see. I get closer. And then we're going to do a twist. And what we're going to try and do is just kind of massage the stomach. So we're going to take our left arm around our right knee, and we're just going to twist towards the right. Just go slowly on your lower back, but we're really feeling it as like a tummy twist as opposed to kind of a lower back twist. So just hug your knee in tight and really feel that you're giving your tummy a little bit of a massage. Lovely. Great. And then come out. We'll just come out of this slowly. So we'll just take the right leg off, bring that forward, release the left leg, give your knees a bit of a shake, and we'll try the other side. So bringing the left foot to in line with the knee, place it over the right leg, and then you're kind of leaning to the right, swinging the right leg under. So you've kind of just, so both sit bones are on the floor, but you've got this kind of crossing over of the legs. This is the half Lord of the Fishes, so it is a complicated one. Taking our right arm round the left knee, hopefully that's all right for everyone. Well done for being so patient. And then twisting. So again, it's that kind of, you should feel it in your hamstring here right at the top by your bottom, keeping your toe on the floor, engaged on the floor, and then just a really nice twist. Starting slowly. Great. Keep breathing. And then slowly unravel, release the top leg. Bring the other one out from underneath and give them a bit of a shake. Lovely. And then what you might want to do is just make sure you're on your mat. You probably are all the way. We're going to lift our knees up to our chest. So hopefully this is okay. And you know I said we were going to work our tummies. Here it comes. We're going to do a boat pose. So we're going to work our core because we're going to try and just take our legs up so they're parallel to the mat. Lovely. And if you want to, and that's comfortable for you, to hold behind your thighs, then stay there. And really, if that is burning, just hold it there and keep breathing through it. If you want to, you can let go and see if you can reach your arms forward. You will feel it in your legs and you will be feeling it in your core for sure. So just go with what feels comfortable. But if you want to hold your thighs, you perfectly can. If you want to extend even further, you need to try and straighten your legs. But even I'm not going to be able to do that very much today. But that's where we're aiming for. That's boat pose. But try and do it where it feels comfy. So if it's just parallel legs and that is working and you think you can hold that there for a little bit, that's more effective than if you're like wobbling and your legs are straight. So wherever you are, hold it. And then when you're ready, just bring your knees to your tummy. So you're just really having a nice squeeze and a rest. We're going to do it 3 more times. So when you're ready, take a big inhale. Bring your legs parallel if that works for you, and holding your thighs. That might just be the perfect balance. If you want to take your arms away, that's the next step. And those of you who want to try and extend your legs, you've got to really lead with your heart, work the core and keep breathing. Feel it in the legs, feel your tummy burning, and then bring your knees in for a nice rest and a hug. Great. And in your own time, you can do the next lot yourself. So take a big inhale. Decide where you're going to go. Feel the tummy working wherever you are. Really feel that fire in your belly. Stay with it. Keep breathing. You're going really good. Really good. And then when you're ready, bring the knees in to give yourself a little rest. Make sure you are breathing when you're doing it. It's so easy to just like, oh, hold your breath. And the last one, again, maybe see if you can push yourself just for a little bit longer, maybe a little bit deeper. But when you're ready, inhale, take your legs to where you feel comfortable. And then try and move on to either the next spot if you want to, just having your hands up there. Or if you want to extend the legs, try, but really make sure you're working the core. Feel the burn, feel the fire in your belly. Lovely. And then inhaling, bringing your legs together. Great. And rolling over onto all fours. Well done, ladies. That's good. Me being a meanie. Lovely. So find your foundation, your base. Just give yourself a little time. Maybe you want to just shuffle into your hips. You might want to do that if you've been on boat pose. Spread your fingers really nice and wide. Make sure your legs are hip width apart as well, and just really take the time to get into this pose. It's really important for it to be effective that you are strong. So I just want you to take a few breaths here, looking in between your hands. And just notice how your belly feels, how the core is feeling. See if you can maybe suck the muscles in slightly. So you're really kind of squeezing upwards. And then on your next inhale, I want you to dip. So you're lifting your tailbone to the sky, you're pushing into your hands, you're looking not too far forward because you don't want the compression in your neck, but somewhere where it's comfortable for you. And then as you exhale, I want you to really squeeze in the tummy button, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze round the back. Feel your glutes are working as well. And then as you inhale again, coming forward. So you've got this lovely movement of spine. And then again, as you exhale, tucking everything in, squeezing up the belly, right up like a cat, stretching. And we'll just do a couple more in your own time. So use your breath as you inhale, you're looking forward, really bending the back, sticking up the tailbone. And then as you exhale, you're squeezing everything under. Great. And one more time, inhaling. And exhaling. Lovely. And then just come to rest just in your neutral position. If you need to rest your wrists as well, a good top tip is just to fold them under on either side, just to give them a little bit of a rest. Okay, now taking your right leg back behind you, keeping your foot on the ground, just want you to notice how it feels. And we're just going to lift up. So we're using our glutes for this one. We're just going to do a couple of pulses, lifting our right leg up. Keep breathing, pushing into the hands. Lovely. And relax that knee so it's back into tabletop. And we're going to go the other side. So take the left leg back, stretch out the hamstring first before we move. Take a deep breath, engage the core, and then start pulsing the left leg up. So you're really working your glutes here. But your core is also taut and is feeling strong. Push into your hands so you haven't got too much tension in your shoulders. And then relax the knee back to the mat. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to do the balance that we did last week. So we're going to take the right leg back and lift it off the ground. Squeeze in your core, find your balance, push into the right hand, and then when you're ready, try and extend the left arm. Great. For some of you, that might be fine. For those of you who want to ignite the fire, I want you to bring your knee in as if you're going to touch your nose and bring your elbow to touch it. And then extend. So we're really working the core here. So inhaling, and as you exhale, bring your knee to your nose, elbow to your knee, and extend again. One more time, inhaling, nose to knee, elbow in, and then extend back out, and then bring your hand to the mat and your knee to the mat, and just rest there for a moment. Hope that was all right, ladies. Okay, and then on the other side. So take your left leg back, lifting up. Take a few deep breaths here. When you feel ready, pushing into your left hand, squeezing in the core, and then reaching forward with your right arm. Now you really have to work your stomach muscles, otherwise you'll feel it in your back, and that's not what we want. So really work your tummy muscles. If that's fine for you and you think, you know what, tonight I'm just going to hold it here, that's working me quite well, then that's fine. Those of you who want to, can do a big inhale, and then as you exhale, you're bringing your elbow to your knee, and then both your nose to your knee as well. So you're really working everything. Lovely. And do it with your own breath. Takes a lot of balance as well, so just really notice that. Last one, exhaling in, out for the last stretch, and then bring your hand back to the mat, knee back, and really sink back into a lovely child's pose. Take a few deep breaths here, really relax, use it to nourish you, and enjoy that for the moment. Just looking, I'm going to just cut you off now, so come back, and then we'll start the next bit. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you all very much. Yeah, don't worry, I'll mute you all, lovely, so you just get back onto your all fours. Great. Anyone else I'm missing? That's us, everyone. Perfect. Sorry, Holly, to get you up from your lovely mat. Right, so hopefully you've had a little bit of rest in child's pose. Coming back onto your all fours. Again, if you need to do your wrist, then the other thing to do is you can squeeze them into a fist and just do gentle movements, if that helps as well. That's always a good thing to do. You can do that on both sides as well. Lovely. Okay. So from here, we are going to go into she says. We're going to go down into Cobra in a minute. But just first, I want you to do another cat-cow just to warm us up again. So as you inhale, tipping your tailbone to the sky, looking forward. Really push into the hands this time and feel there's that kind of space between your shoulder and your earlobe. So you're really opening, there's no tension in your neck. Lovely. And then as you exhale again, tucking everything under. So really rounding that back, especially after our sort of nose touches then. And then again, inhaling, coming forward. Exhaling, coming back. Lovely. And then back to tabletop. And then I'd like you to take your right arm, thread it through. We're doing thread the needle now. So you're going to thread it through. You're going to come down onto your shoulder and your bottom's still going to stay in the air, but you're just resting your head, side of your head on the mat. So we're just doing a little nice twist here. And again, keep your core engaged. So we're working with this fire in our belly, this energy center that we're trying to keep balanced. Lovely. And then as you inhale, coming back. And we'll go on the other side. So take your left arm, thread it through, bring the shoulder to the mat, keep your bottom in the sky, and then just rest your side of your head onto the mat. Keep breathing. Lovely. And then back up to all fours. We're then going to go into a plank pose. So taking both feet back, it's a high plank, so we're not sort of down here, we're holding it high, but just really engage the glutes, your bottom, squeeze them tight, really engage the core, try and keep your elbows in, and we're just going to take a few deep breaths here. Really feel it in your tummy. Imagine you're pushing your heels towards the wall behind you, or the garden behind you, Holly. And then coming back down onto your knees. So it's just a gentle, not too taxing, but just getting our energy working. So taking back the right foot again, then the left, pushing into the hands, squeezing the tummy and squeezing the glutes, pushing our legs back as if they're touching the wall behind us. Then I'd like you to bring your knees to the floor. We're coming down with our chest and then our whole body. So we should be resting on our tummies. So just go slowly. And we're just going to bring our arms just behind by our shoulders, sorry. And all we're going to do is just going to lift our head up so slightly. So we're working our back here actually, but we're giving our tummies a massage. So really feel strong in the lower back as you push up. It doesn't have to be very far at all. And then just come down to rest, bringing the right side of your head to the mat. Take a breath here. Feel the belly on the mat. And then as you inhale, this time coming back to the center with the head, pushing into the hands to lift up a little bit more. And this time coming down to rest our head on the left-hand side. So it's gentle moves, but it's working a lot of our back muscles and our glutes. So again, as you inhale, coming to the center, lifting up. Maybe you can go a little bit higher this time, not too far, keeping the elbows in. And then coming back down, head to the right. Lovely. And then again, lifting up, coming to the center, pushing into the hands, lifting our body up slightly. This is Cobra. And coming down with our heads to our left. And let everything go. Then come back to the center, but this time I want to see if you can push into your glutes. You're squeezing your bum. You're going to see if you can just lift your hands off. So you just want to lift your hands up. So there's a lot of work in our lower back here, but it's also a lot of work on our tummy. So just a little bit, hold it for as long as you feel comfortable. Keep breathing and notice how what that does to your tummy, how it pushes into the ground as it lifts you up slightly. And then when you're ready, bring your hands back and head to the floor. And actually you can have your forehead to the floor this time because it extends nicely into our spine. We'll do that one more time. So on your next inhale, squeeze your legs at the back, squeeze your bum, lifting up your arms. Imagine someone's like pulling you, you're sliding along the mat, you're kind of scooping up. Lovely. And then coming back down. Great. And then if you can, just pushing up back into all fours. Bringing your knees a bit closer and then coming back down into a nice child's pose. So I've been looking at kind of massaging the tummy, working them with the, working with them the core strengtheners. Lovely. Great. Okay. And then when you're ready, coming back up to all fours. And just before we start our warm down, we're just going to do one more stretch out. So we're going to go into a downward dog, but we're going to do another cat-cow round first. So find that balance again. Take an inhale. Push into your hands, and as you exhale, tuck the belly in, scoop round. And as you inhale, coming forward. Lovely. Great. Using your own breath, that's exactly it, your own rhythm. And as you exhale, coming up. This time I'd like you to tuck your toes under and just lift your knees off the ground before lifting your bottom skyward, and just pedal your feet. So you're really kind of just stretching out the back of the legs. Lovely. And then just find a holding position. We don't have to stay here long. Try and get the weight distributed evenly between your feet and your hands. Take a few deep breaths. Lovely. And then coming back down and just coming into a seated position just for a minute. Again, legs out in front of you this time. And we're just going to do Tadasana like we did before, that staff pose, just to rest our back and just curl that over. So we're just going to come forward, slowly, rounding the back and just really stretching that out. Keep breathing and keep the toes engaged as well, so they're facing the sky. Lovely. Okay, bringing your legs together, so feet together. You should have it's a Baddha Konasana, which is butterfly pose. Just loosens the hip a bit because we've been quite kind of tight in. So sitting up nice and tall. If you can grab your ankles, brilliant. That lifts you up a bit more. Again, use your tummy, squeeze that in. If you want to, you can link the hands and cup them around your feet if that's possible, but wherever is comfortable for you, ankles is absolutely fine. But what you want to do is, if you can, try and get your elbows to your knee crease. Brilliant. Use the tummy here. We're going to go forward with our heart, but it's going to take a lot of core to keep us steady. So just keep breathing. And we're just going to ever so slowly go to where we feel we've reached our edge. So there should be no pain. Obviously you'll feel your body working, but we don't want to cause any discomfort. And then when you get to that point, you think, you know what, that's where I'm going, then just hold it. Just dip the head slightly, so don't worry about looking at me, but just keep your gaze in front of your feet, just slightly, maybe, 30 centimetres in front. And then just see if you can maybe just go a little bit further with your exhale, but really don't push it. You know, we're all made differently, and it's your yoga practice, so you do what is comfortable for you. Lovely. And then just come pushing yourself back up, so you're just doing it really gently and bringing your knees in together. And again, just holding your knees in tight, give your tummy, so move your kind of legs in a kind of clockwise position. So you're just giving a little massage. We're going to do this lying down in a minute, but this is just quite a nice way to do it whilst you're sitting. So you're just kind of squeezing them in, letting them go, squeezing them in, letting them go. I'm doing mine clockwise at the minute, and then try the other way if you can, so in the opposite direction. Again, squeezing them in. It's quite a nice sensation, I think. Lovely. Great. And then gently, if you can, just rocking down onto your mat. And then rocking back up, don't get too comfy. So we're just doing little rocks down, just to ease our back and work our core. Just a couple of times. Lovely. Couple more. And then slowly and with control, see if you can roll down. Slowly, 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 slowly. Keeping your knees bent for the minute, we're just going to do a little bit of just some side twists. So just taking your arms out to the side, you can have your palms facing down. All I want you to do is just drop your knees to the right. So you've just got that lovely kind of lower spinal twist here. And breathing in to the center, dropping down to the left. And you can take the gaze to the right, so you're doing opposites. It's quite a nice long stretch across the spine. Lovely. And back to the center. And then take your right leg and place your foot across your knee, so just in front of your knee, I should say. So we're just going to stretch out this hamstring and this hip flexor here. And then what I want you to do is really flex this foot on top. So, you know, it's not gone to sleep just hanging. It's really working, so your leg is nice and tight. You're going to kind of lift up your left foot, again with the flexed foot, and you're just going to slide your hands behind that thigh. Now, you can be here quite comfortably. The stretch comes when you have to push this knee outwardly. So you're trying to have that sensation, that knee is going out, which is when your stretch will kick in. But you want to try and keep this leg kind of keeping it steady. So you can bring it closer to you if you prefer. That will give you a stronger stretch. If you want to extend the leg, you can do that as well. But you want to keep your sit bones on the floor, so you're not sort of just rolling back. So I normally do a knee bend, actually, because I find that a bit more sort of a truer stretch. But just hold it there for a minute. Great. And then lower the feet back to the mat and unravel your right knee. You can give it a stretch if you want to. And then we'll do the other side. So taking the left foot, crossing it over the right knee. Just let it hang there for a minute so you know what the sensation you're kind of looking for. And then when you're ready, lift the other foot off the ground. Again, you'll be working your core here. Slide the hands around that knee. You can interlace them, keeping both feet engaged, so flexing both feet. And then again, you can either take it up high if you want to, or you can keep your knee bent. But you want to have that sensation that the knee on the crossed over foot is really kind of working, and that's where you're going to get the stretch. So it's really quite subtle, but it's a very, very good hamstring stretch. And again, like I said, if you want to take the leg straight, you can, but I don't really see it working for me at the minute. Lovely. And then placing the foot back down onto the floor before taking the one off the knee. Great. And we're just going to do another side, just swivel again. So dropping your knees to the right, looking to the left. And as you inhale next, bring them back up to the center. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, drop them to the left hand side, and again gaze to the right. Lovely. And then back to center. Then just extend both legs out and behind. We're not going to Shavasana yet. Don't get comfy. Just make sure you're just lying flat. We're going to take our arms over our heads for a minute. Just notice how that feels on the shoulders. You might need to have a little jig around. Take a big inhale, and on the next exhale, I just want you to bring them back down beside you. Lovely. Next time, inhaling up, we're going to keep them there. Okay, we're going to switch on our tummies. This is the last bit of workout, I promise. And we're going to lift our right leg. And then we're going to lower it. And we're going to do little pulses, a bit like we did at the beginning, but we're going to do it while we're lying down. So you take it as far as you want to, really listening to your body, but know that you're working the right side of those abdominals. Think about that fire in your belly. Think about that fire burning anything that doesn't serve you, that is no longer needed, that you don't need to digest life, and then just come to rest that down. And bring your arms back down by your side. I just want you to take a moment now, just notice how that side feels. That burning sun's energy, that radiating from the center. And then on your next inhale, take both arms back. Hold it there. And then when you're ready, inhaling, lifting the left leg this time, keeping that foot engaged, flexed, and then bring it, pulsing it down. Try not to touch the floor if you can. Try and keep both hips down and try and keep that core engaged. Great. Keep going. Feel the fire. Lovely. Take one more go and then slowly lower that foot right down. Exhaling the arms back overhead. And just place both hands in that area, that solar plexus area, as you just notice how your body feels. Maybe you can feel something. Maybe you can feel a heartbeat. Maybe you can feel the energy of the solar plexus swirling in you. But just take a moment to notice. Lovely. And then bring your right knee into your chest. Just want you to squeeze that out. Lovely. So really squeeze that into your tummy. Really feel like you're just getting a really nice, good stretch. And then bring that down and swap over. So you're taking in your left knee. Try and keep the other hip level if you can. Keep it square. Great. And then release that one. And then we're going to just finish with a happy baby pose. So just bring both knees back up towards your bottom to begin with. That's easier. And then you just take your knees, both of them up, and you try and get your toes, but if you can't, you just grab your ankles. But the aim is to try and get the sensation of your knees into your armpits. Now, if you're here, that's absolutely fine. If you think, Amy, how are they ever going to reach my armpits? Do not try and get them in there. It's just that notion. That's the angle at which they're going to be moving eventually. You never know. So just wherever you're at, just think it's a bit wider than a kind of normal. So it's really a bit more vulnerable. And you're just squeezing the legs down into the armpit or wherever they're at. But what's lovely is when you start to do this. So just rocking from side to side, giving your lower back a really nice massage. Really nice. Oh, I love finishing with this one. So it's just good to release the tension in your lower back. It's nice to get an opening in your legs. Good all round. Lovely. And then you can come back and start to get ready for Shavasana. So if you need to get a blanket or a jumper, although it's quite warm tonight, but anything that makes you feel more comfortable would be great. So I talked a bit about the beginning about the digesting element of the solar plexus, you know, how it's about our way of life, our vitality. So I just want you to hold that as you relax today, and I will talk you through a few other things as well. But as you get into Shavasana, you want your arms to be just a few inches away from your body with your palms facing up, letting your fingers be in their natural curl. If it's comfortable for you, you know, really let the hips go, let your legs kind of, let your feet just kind of flop out to the side. This is a state and a chance for you to really relax. A chance for you to nourish your body, giving it some time to really think about what it's just done. You know, you've worked really hard tonight. Candlelit yoga is more like flame yoga, I think. But I thought it was just really important to do it while we've got this opportunity with the sun so affecting our lives at the minute. And I want you to take this idea that you are the master of your own destiny. You have the energy, you own it, it's yours. And I just hope that with that balance of the solar plexus, you will feel courageous, you will feel strong. And the mantra of I can, I know who I am and where I'm going in life. I am confident, I am powerful, I am unstoppable, I am fearless. Those are all the ones you want to hold on to when you're feeling wobbly, or you feel lacking in a little self-worth, or you just don't know if you've made the right decision, you know, that uncertainty that kind of sticks with us. So hold on to the I can and I am mantras. And I'll share those with you at the end. I'll send an email so you've got those to have to with you. And the other thing as well is, as you're just resting there, just notice if there is heat in your belly. Just notice where it is. Can you visualize the color yellow? You know, is that a color that kind of resonates with you? Great ways to balance the chakra of the solar plexus, the Manipura, is also to eat yellow foods, which I think is just amazing. And I dare you to try it this week, maybe, just to see if it makes you feel any different. But things like bananas, pineapples, lemons, chamomile, you know, chamomile tea, and whole grains are apparently very, very good as well. Just notice maybe if that changes. This week for myself, I worked on this solar plexus on the solstice. I made a turmeric latte. Again, I will share that with you. But the process of making it, using the turmeric as well, it had that kind of rich yellow in colour. I'm sure if you had the money, you could maybe add a bit of saffron in there as well. But I had honey as well, really rich in colour. So I don't know if it made a difference, but I'm certainly feeling more energized. So I will share that recipe with you. Maybe you could try that this week. It's really nice before bed. So I'll try and get it out to you after this session. But yeah, hold on to that, the power, the flame within you, the energy. So just settling into your breath as you relax. Feeling strong. And it's an inner strength. You know, no one can teach you this. No one can show you how to do it. It really has to come deep, deep within, in that lovely radiating center. The Manipura. I love that word. It means lustrous gem, which is so fitting. So as you relax, feeling that body is all sinking into the ground, I want you just to imagine that fiery, energetic center. Feel its illumination, empowering illumination. And know that is where we find the truest essence of ourselves. when you're ready, take a big inhale into your belly. Maybe wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And slowly in your own time, just roll onto your right side, but there's no rush. Just stay there for a moment, just noticing the sensations you're feeling. And then when you're ready, just come back to a seated position. Keeping your gaze soft or remain with your eyes closed. I always think that's quite nice if you can. And then just bow the head slightly so you've got that kind of lengthening in the neck. And then this time I just want you to place your hand on your solar plexus area, maybe with like a diamond shape. Maybe again, try and visualize that real burning ball of energy. Bright, bright yellow. Telling you you're strong, you are courageous, and you are worthy of love and respect. And bring your hands together and take that lovely energy and place it in your heart too. Take a big inhale. Namaste. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. Hang on, let me unmute you all. Can I do that from here? Yes, I think I can. How was that for everyone? All good? Oh, Vicky, thanks so much for coming. I'll try and send the turmeric latte because honestly it was delicious, so I will let you have that. That would be a good thing. But yeah, see if it makes a difference with the foods you eat. You know, it's all about the digestion of everything. So if you're feeling wobbly or having those kind of self-doubting moments, which we all have all the time, just it's quite useful to keep maybe just a log or just notice if you've changed your thinking or movement or what have you. Be good. I hope that was all right for you, Holly. How is it doing in the garden? Oh, good. Helen, was that all right for you?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Oh, good. It's so nice to see you. Holly, let me know tomorrow about Friday. But didn't you do any hip stuff today? So I'm hoping that would help. Cool. All right, lovely. Thank you so much. Well, have a nice evening. Vicky, and you're all right? Good. It's so nice to see you. I said we'll have to get a chat in at some point, do a proper catch up. It'd be lovely. Maybe when Tom's on holiday and there's extra hands, that would be good. Oh, have a nice evening, darling. Bye. Bye, Helen. See you soon. Ash, bye, darling. Are you staying or you having a quick chat or not?
Yeah, I'll stay.
You've got a quick thing. Helen, are you able to come on Friday night? Did you want to?
I would love to, but we've got the family round.
Oh. No. Well, I'm hoping if it goes a success, my friend whose place I'm doing it at, hopefully she said maybe I can do another one. So fingers crossed, and I'll let you know. All right, lovely. Well, have a nice weekend. Take care. Bye, guys.